Taking all these realities into consideration, Asia Exhibitions and Conventions, led by none other than Mr. Dinoy Chandrasekhara, has always been there in the forefront in offering something new, something novel, something world-class to the Sri Lankan audience.
First and foremost, I will extend on behalf of the Ministry of Transport, Highways, Ports and Civil Aviation the congratulations to the organizers and this endeavor starting today for the next 3 days. Electric vehicles, the purpose of electric vehicles and the significance of electric vehicles and the shift from combustion or fuel-based engines or vehicles to Sri Lanka is immense. Because we are a country, we do not produce the fuel that is needed to power internal combustion engines. We have to find foreign exchange to import vehicles, not only the vehicles but also the fuels. But going green is the tagline that has been there for decades now in the world, not only in Sri Lanka. The significance of the electric vehicles in Sri Lanka, as I said, first is we will do away dependence on the fuel, that is gasoline or diesel or any other fuel that we need foreign currency to import, because we don't possess any fuel resources at the moment. That is number one. Number two, it is cleaner and it is lighter, and as Mr. Dushan mentioned, whether everybody could afford. I am not a marketer, I am not a salesman, but I see quite a few vehicles that are running on the roads for some time. Now it has increased the visibility and the presence of electric vehicles in the Sri Lankan roads. So, for the environmental benefits, use of electric vehicles compared to the gasoline powered engines is very high. Because over the years, for many years, actually since the fuel embargo in 1970s, to be precise in 1973, entire world was looking for alternative fuels. And one of the things is the freely available sun, that is the solar energy, or direct solar energy, although you cannot power, but most of the space work is covered by the solar cells, where you simulate or do the energy that is extracted from the sun in the leaves, the green leaves, and that is converted artificially in a fuel cell or a solar cell. You can store energy in a fuel cell, or you can use batteries to store solar energy, and then you can run electric vehicles. So there are many varieties. You can call it direct plug-in electric, or you charge the battery and then you use electricity to charge the battery, and then you use a traction motor to run this car. So in that case, there are many advantages. One of the advantages is that if you take an internal combustion engine where you use fuel, you need a cooling system and it is heavy. But whereas if you have a battery and a traction motor, electric powered vehicles or the EV vehicle, it is lighter when it comes to the technology. And when you have moving parts, it's also less. Affordability at the moment lies mainly with the battery, I believe. So, many university students, researchers, world over have done research on how to optimize or produce different generations of batteries that are required to run or store energy from the sun, or you can use electricity to charge the electric vehicles. So sometimes there is an argument that even if you want to use electricity has to be generated somewhere. True, because we need to import fuel to generate electricity for the national grid. But at the moment, in Sri Lankan electricity demand, we have the peak demand after 6 to 9. But whereas most of the countries, our electricity compared to our electricity demand, most of the countries is during daytime. So the electricity that is generated and used by the Sri Lankan people, especially in holidays, we have experienced blackouts because of this, the low usage of electricity by the consumers on non-working days where industries are not there, and then the difference of the load curve in Sri Lanka. And when we compare the transport sector, where my main work is in the transport sector, we need, even if you talk about the fuel usage, if we can combine the transport sector with the electricity sector, the power sector, where the energy, you can combine these two and you can go for a electric vehicle where the charging stations during the daytime can meet the demand and have a flat curve on the electricity demand in Sri Lanka, where that will bring many advantages, especially if you want to go for renewable by 70% from the today's targets by 2030 or 2035, maybe 2040, 2050, 100% renewable, where intermittency is also there. You can have these factors, and if we modernize our transmission and the distribution systems, if we combine the electric vehicles that are running, not only the cars or the buses, or we can even think of railway, then we can have a sustainable solution with the electricity generation and the transport sector as far as the stability of the our grid is concerned. So these are some of the technical advantages that we have. Of course, when it comes to the argument, you have to have central locations to generate electricity, like the coal-powered power plants, about 900 megawatts, 300 megawatts into 3 in Norachale, and then gas turbines that are in Kalanitis and various places. In the future, if we use the natural gas, that is there for the base load, but still, when you have a system of charging systems naturally controlled, the regulated, but the private sector comes in, we have charging stations, we have in Colombo, we have in Kandy, and we have in various places. I know there are initiatives for this one that will generate the jobs, not only the jobs, but we will have this technology popularized. Just like people go to a gas station, when you run out of gas,